Oh, hello, and welcome to Hulu's Only Murders in the Building official podcast. I am your host, Michael Cyril Creighton. I play your favorite trio's fourth wheel, Howard Morris. Not to be confused with rigor mortis.
Aha! No rigor mortis.
We're dissecting episodes, sharing behind-the-scenes stories, and playing games with some of the amazing actors, writers, and crew from Season 5 of Only Murders in the Building. Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
This does make for a good opening twist of our podcast.
Today's show is all about Episode 3, Rigor, and we have got quite the musical lineup. We'll talk with the amazing Beanie Feldstein about what it's like to be pop sensation Thee in the Arconia. We'll chat with composer Sid Khosla about crafting the music of the show season after season. Da-da-da, da-da-da. And we'll learn how the perfect stunt is like a song with our very own Saz Pataki, the wonderful Jane Lynch.
Saz is here.
But first, a quick recap of Episode 3. So if you haven't watched, stop, come back, I will be here.
And Oliver, whatever you do, don't touch the body.
Panicked about leaving evidence behind, Oliver wheels the dead body upstairs in a laundry cart. That leads to an impromptu autopsy.
Autopsy step 1.
Mabel runs into an old childhood friend who's now a famous pop star and living in the penthouse.
Althea?
Mabel Mora?
The trio pieces together what the note in Nikki's mouth said. That night, the trio finds 3 billionaires at the Velvet Room, and one of them is missing a finger. This season, we are introduced to the hottest, newest pop sensation that ever hit One Defy, Althea, a.k.a. Thee, played by the lovely and amazing Beanie Feldstein.
Hi.
Hi, Beanie. I'm happy you're here.
I'm so happy to be here. This is so fun.
So thrilled when I found out you were playing Thee. I'm sometimes the last person to meet someone, so I always get like the rundown from the PAs, and you were there a few days before I started working. And I was like, how's Beanie Feldstein? And they're like, a dream. Everybody said she's a dream. She's so sweet. She's so nice. And they were right.
This is literally the best job ever. Like when they called me, I was such a fan of the show, and my wife was like such a big fan of the show. And I was already like, I'll hold a plant, I'll stand in the back. Like, I don't care what the part is, like I'm in. And then when John told me what the part was gonna be, I was like even more excited and a little bit scared. And I couldn't imagine like the crew and the cast and how like unbelievably kind and playful everyone is at like such a high level. Like to play at that level with you all is like the greatest dream of my life. It's been so fun.
You were so game for it. Like it's like it could be really, because the show's been established, it's been around for 5 seasons.
Season 5, baby.
Yeah, it's like a well-oiled machine. I think sometimes that's harder to jump into a show that's already established, even if you love it. And you just immediately came in guns a-blazing. So like the first time we see you is in episode 2.
Hey, no hitting on Beeport, rich boy.
Lester, if a few other people come with cooking supplies, they're with us.
We got a little glimpse of Thee back in the day.
Back in the day, Althea, she's kind of like a little bit emo girl.
Yeah.
Punky, like her and Mabel are like, you know, in their all black and like kind of punky vibes, and you're kind of just like, oh, this is this girl that she mentions. But I was really excited because I got to be with Tim Kono, and I was like, oh, I'm like in the legend of the show. Like this is so fun.
I love that Tim Kono is in that episode, and it's just like if you're looking at the wrong part of the screen, you would miss him.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's Tim Kono.
Yeah, it's so like
great.
Amazing the way they bring everything together in this show. So I was like nerding out. I was like, I'm with Tim Kono. This is so fun. But yeah,
I have never met Tim Kono.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I've
He's
never
so
met him.
nice.
I know, I've heard.
He was kind of having a moment of like being back because he hadn't been on the show and on the set for so long.
Well, the crazy thing is that lobby that you're walking in, that lobby is a rebuild of a real lobby that we shot in the first season, my first episode. And it looks exactly like it. It feels like you're in that real lobby again, but I think the scale is actually a little bit smaller.
Is the real lobby the same building on the Upper West Side?
No, it's a different building on the Upper West Side, and I think they were like, you can't be here all the time.
And you guys are like,
you know?
We have 900 scenes in the lobby, so we're just going to build the lobby. The first time you see Althea, she's just a friend of Mabel's, and you don't really know. Just they're kind of breezing through the lobby.
Yeah.
Having a good time as teenagers.
The second time we see her.
How are you, Mabel?
I am great. And it's so crazy and wild that I ran into you, but I gotta gotta run.
My God, you haven't changed a bit. I'll be seeing you all the time. I just bought the penthouse. I was also really excited as a fan of the show to be in like the lineage of penthouse
Oh,
owners.
right. It was like
because,
Sting, Amy Schumer,
Yep,
Ben Glenroy,
right.
the Brothers sisters,
Yep, and Thee.
and Thee.
Quite a lineup.
Yeah. Do you think she's there to stay?
I hope so.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know what ends up happening to Thee.
We don't know what ends up happening with
I'm
Thee.
constantly suspicious of every character that walks in that building. So at this point in the show, you could be a bad guy.
She's got a lot to hide under that fake fur
All
and
that pink.
bows and
What was it like filming that paparazzi scene?
Well, so I was like dealing with all of that, like establishing Thee as she's going to be the rest of the time. But also, it was my first scene with Steve. And growing up, I'm going to speak for you now, too.
Please do,
I
please
just
do.
feel like anyone that wants to be an actor and specifically like wants to do comedy, he's a hero. Like him and Marty are, the dream, the absolute dream to get to learn from and work with. And so I was shaking in my boots a little bit to work with Steve. And I kind of struggled to look him in the eye for like an hour. And I was like, I'm just losing my mind internally that this is happening.
Yeah.
And he was gracious and hilarious and perfect and all the things that you would want him to be. And that was also like, so emotional to like witness someone that you love so much live up to all of your expectations while trying to be like this obnoxious pop star.
Yeah, like really making bold choices.
Also, to play a pop star across from Selena is so funny. And there were moments where I was just like, I can't believe I'm saying this to you.
Yes,
right now.
yeah.
Like we did a little improvisation about like, you'll get used to the paparazzi, sweetheart. And it was just like making me laugh so hard. And
so
Selena
funny.
was like, this is so funny.
Yeah.
And she's such an angel.
It is. It's like the three of them, 5 seasons in, and it's still like, I'm comfortable with them. We're very friendly. I respect them so much, and
They love you.
That's nice.
I can see it. They love you. It's so sweet.
That's really nice. But even like at this point, I still have in my stomach those little butterflies because it is, the three of them together, it's almost too much.
It really is overwhelming.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
God
magical.
Marty came later for me, so I had like a little bit of it. I was like just the two of them, and then.
But I could see Marty going crazy for Thee because the first thing Marty ever said to me on set, it was when I was crying in the lobby in episode 2 of season 1.
Right.
Just sobbing about my dead cat. And he goes, you made a lot of choices, and I like the big ones. I always like the big ones.
I love him.
So he loves a bold choice.
And Thea is a bold
She is a bold choice. Did you look to any actual pop stars for inspiration?
This is a good question. I mean, visually, we're definitely a lot of inspiration from Sabrina Carpenter, who is kind of, that girl right now in our actual life. So I feel like Sabrina, a little bit of like early Ariana Grande, like with the ponytails and like the little bows. And like maybe like a splash of JoJo Siwa.
There is a splash.
Sorry.
There is a splash.
There's a little splash.
Yeah, maybe like a little more than a splash in a perfect way.
It's the big bows, you know?
The big
it's like
bows.
early JoJo Siwa, early Ariana Grande, and current Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, it's great. It's
had
great.
a manic baby.
Yeah.
named Thee.
I love her.
She's crazy. Do they allow pets? Because I have an otter, and my last co-op, they were such dicks about it.
What are you excited to show audiences?
Well, we've set up a lot of dynamics here, right? Like Mabel is sort of agog at seeing Thee in her lobby and the prospect of her living in her building.
Yeah.
And they are just, this current iteration of them are such polar opposites, right? Yeah. Like Mabel is so grounded and so focused and so kind of, serious. She takes things seriously.
And finding herself, like truly becoming a woman.
Totally.
And like learning to be powerful.
Totally.
Right.
And Thea is like this kind of manic baby energy that's like, this hugely famous person, but is so far from the girls they were together.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited for audiences to see how that relationship extends in Arconia.
It's delicious. It's exciting.
Delicious.
Now we're going to play a game called Dead Giveaway. I I have 10 things listed on here on this card that are in the episode. I'm going to explain them to you, and we're going to see if you can get them, as many as you can, within 60 seconds.
Okay.
And
That's not a
if
long
you
time.
win, you get a prize, which is a gently used pair of tongs from Sur la Table.
Not the sur la table tongs.
Okay, fancy with the prizes.
Okay.
I'm honored.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm never ready, so we might as well go.
60 seconds now. Okay, this is what the casino is called. This is the name
The
of the...
Velvet Room.
This is what you go up in.
An elevator.
This is a pet that Thee has. She owns an...
An otter.
Yes, that's right. This is what was taking pictures of you.
A camera.
No, the person holding
Oh,
the
a
camera.
paparazzi.
This is what a dead body was in that they were wheeling
The
through.
laundry cart.
Yep, this is what was in Nikki's chest.
A cleaver.
Yep,
Is
this
that
is what Thee is. She's sort of really into herself. She is a...
self-centered narcissist.
Yes, this is what your album is #1 on.
Oh, Wandify.
And this is what we're playing in the casino.
Roulette.
Face. Blank face. I don't have a blank face.
A poker face.
Yes.
Sorry.
I won! I think you're the first person to get all of them right. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having
love
me.
you so much.
I love you too.
And we're going to talk more
Okay.
later.
You hear that, Brazos? He still got it. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
What up?
Ah!
My stunt double from Brazos.
Saz Pataki. Happens all the time.
Joining me now is someone very special. Saz Pataki may be dead in the Only Murders in the Building universe, but she's very much alive in our hearts. Welcome the wonderful and iconic Jane Lynch. Hi, Jane.
Hi, Michael. It's good to see you.
Good to see you. So, Jane, first question, where are you right now and what are you doing?
I am at Oxford University, Merton College, in the UK, and I am taking a summer school class, and I'm in a dorm room right now.
Wow.
I'm taking Shakespeare, and it's the second time I've done this, and we study 5 plays over 3 weeks.
Were you a Shakespeare person before this?
Not like die hard, but I had been in a Shakespeare company as a young person, the Chicago Shakespeare Company. I studied theater in a master's program. We did a lot of Shakespeare, and I loved it, but I didn't adore it. Now I
Right.
adore Shakespeare, and,
Oh,
and she just has, our tutor has just opened my heart and mind to the nuances and the intricacies of these plays and why we say he's a genius.
Do you have a dream role in a Shakespeare play?
Let's see. That's a good question because someone asked me that yesterday. Oh, Paulina in The Winter's Tale.
Oh, you would kill it.
Do you know The Winter's? Oh, well,
Yeah.
thank you. Well, the woman at the RSC, and
Yeah.
I wish I knew her name, absolutely slayed it. So for me to say, "Oh yeah, I'd love to do that part," is a little a bit of hubris
Yeah.
on my part. But she was wonderful. It's a great. Oh my God, he writes for women. Boy, does he
Right.
write for women.
Do you decorate your dorm room?
No, it's
No
just
posters?
plain white. That's
No,
no posters.
no posters of,
No,
Tartuffe
no,
posters or some Shakespeare posters?
No, nothing like that. No, oh, how funny. Gosh.
So we're 5 seasons in. You and I never got a scene together. I did pitch you in season 1 as my stunt double, but they just keep pairing me with animals. I know, right? I just got it. And I love her so much.
I feel like Evelyn's death wasn't in vain. Like, she really brought everybody together, you know?
Shut it. I do have a question. We are going to talk about the afterlife now.
Sure.
Where do you think Saz is right now?
Right now,
Yeah,
you're asking a metaphysical question, right?
I am. Absolutely. Not
Okay.
like
And I'm here to answer it.
I'm ready.
I think she was a really pure soul. When she transitioned, she went to a plane that is still very much connected to the earth and very much connected to one Charles Hayden Savage.
20 years I spent mirroring you, getting down your mannerisms, your gait, your speech patterns. But one thing I could never get about you is how someone as wonderful as you could think so little of himself.
I think her love for him is ancient and
Yeah.
his for her, and he doesn't even realize how deep it is.
Yeah.
I think it's an ancient, ancient connection. It is her job now to watch over him and let him make his mistakes and everything. But he will always know, because he's a very solitary guy. He doesn't connect very easily with people, but he does know now that there's one person in this universe that loves him unconditionally.
Yeah. It's just Saz. Saz is his person. If Saz was still alive, what do you think she would be doing right now?
She'd be at the trampoline park and she'd be training the next generation of stunt people like she wanted to.
Yeah.
She wanted to pass it on. You know, it's an art. It's a discipline. It's sacred.
Yeah.
And, I think that she wants to see the next generation coming up have that kind of reverence, the kind of reverence that her father, who was Slim Pataki, her father, who was a stuntman himself, passed on to her. And she wants to do that for the next generation. She would be doing that.
And I forget, did she break up with Jan?
Yeah, but that's another one. That's an ancient connection, Michael. That one's going to go on and on. That was one of my most favorite things to do.
Yeah.
Any scenes with Jan.
Yeah.
But when I got to go to the jail and break up with her for Charles.
Jan, we need to talk. It gives me no pleasure to say this, but I think we should see other people.
Is he? Are you? He's breaking up with me? With you?
That was incredible.
Sides. Remember, I had, we if you're not an actor, you might not know what sides are. They're the day's work.
Yeah,
with
the
your
tiny
lines.
little script. It's like a tiny version of the script.
Right. And she's like going through her lines, and it's like, hold on, I'm almost off book. Okay. All right. Yeah, I love that. Was one of my favorite things to do.
I can almost guarantee that Jan has her cell block decorated with some pictures of you.
Oh, I'll bet she does too.
Yeah. We were really excited to see you in this season, ever so briefly, in episode 2. That was really fun. What was it like coming back to the set in the past?
I didn't expect to be coming back. But then when I got the call, come back it was just a small scene, but I was like, I love it.
It's so satisfying. I don't know if you've seen it, but that episode is so special because you get to see sort of all these characters that we've loved in a different time and sort of what made them who they are. I love that you are all talking about, like you and Steve are talking about his Charles's audition for Gladiator.
My agent sent me some script, Gladiator. It's between me and this guy, Russell Crowe.
You like your chances?
Well, he's not going to get it. Listen to this. Are you not entertained?
Whoa, so good. I always wanted to do chariot work.
Oh my God.
That would have been a real...
Are you not entertained? Wasn't that his line?
Yeah, exactly. What was your reaction last season to Lester, our doorman, being murdered? How do you feel about that?
I think it's, one of the things they did when they killed me is they killed a character that people care about, if I could be so bold as to say that about my character. And I think the same thing with Lester. And he was unlikely, he was one of those characters that wasn't in every episode, but when you saw him, it was like, oh, that guy. Yeah. And, it to kill him.
Yeah.
It's that actually means something. It hurts.
Yeah, it does. And I'm excited for you to see how it all pans out because he's giving such a beautiful performance. I guess my question for you would be, any advice for a murder victim?
For a murder victim? Well, first of all, it is an honor. And I'm sure that Lester knows that it's an honor because not only does it show that they care about you, they so much that they want the emotional impact of your passing to be, kind of the emotional machine of the season. It also means that your character, even if you're not there, is being talked about.
I know, and that's all we want as actors, right? Just keep saying my character's name.
Keep talking about me. Keep me in the front of your mind. Suffer over my death. So even if I wasn't in an episode, I think I was in half of them last season, I knew that they were talking about me.
Oh yeah, that whole season was about you. It really that whole season. What I loved so much is, we always knew that Saz was a good time gal and sort of likable and easy to be around, but the amount of depth that we got in season 4 and the amount of insight we got into who she was as a person, it really hit home. It was beautiful. Great job.
Thank you so much. I thought it was too. I thought, they just kept giving me such wonderful things. And I didn't know in the beginning of the season, you probably don't know in the beginning of the season what you're going to get. Our showrunner, John Hoffman, reveals it, and says, oh, we've got some things in line for you. And I was just so floored by the scenes I got to do with Steve.
What kind of prep went into becoming Charles's stunt double? And a follow-up question, what kind of prep would you have done to be Howard Morris's stunt double?
Good, go. Two very different answers.
Yes.
The first one, being Steve's stunt double, I knew that I was a character in my own right. So I worked on the character more than I worked on the fact that, I would be a stunt person. I knew I wouldn't be doing my own stunts, although I must tell you, there was a scene where I was supposed to do 2 forward somersaults and then 2 backward somersaults and then get up. I went out and bought a mat at the sports store. I thought, I'm going to show up knowing how to do this.
Yeah.
And the thing is they would have never let me do it anyway.
No, it's a liability.
A liability. But I almost killed myself. I was like, oh my God, I'm not 17 anymore.
Right.
But I did try it. Now I have a mat that's sitting, collecting dust in the corner of the basement. So when I got on set for the first time, Steve did this. And then I did it too. And then we decided to make it a thing. And then we decided from then on, anything he did, like in the rehearsal, I watched him. If he crossed his leg at a certain point, I would mirror it, the exact same thing at the exact same time.
Ah! What is this, face off?
And if he went like this or something, then as he's talking, I would do it too.
Yeah. So it all started with the adjustment of a pair of glasses. That was like the beginning.
Started with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. And now if you're going to be my stunt double, Howard's stunt double, how would you prepare for that?
How would I prepare for that? Well, let me think.
You'd have to shrink. You'd have to sort of get compact.
I'd have to shrink. Absolutely. I love the wardrobe, though. I love the stuff you get to wear.
Yeah, you look good in a sweater vest.
Yeah, the sweater vest and the bow ties, and I'd get to have a dog.
Yeah.
And I'd get to, no offense, but I get to run like a girl. Because I kind of run like a lumberjack.
Wait a minute. No one's ever said that to me before.
So sorry, honey. You know that my favorite moment when I fell in love with you, Michael, is when in the first season you were on stage and you admitted to the stage manager that you wanted to be an actor.
Oh, when I'm wearing the Jennifer Grey sort of like sweater that's cut off, right?
I'm not sure what you were wearing, but you actually started to act. Mm-hmm. Do you remember? You said lines in the theater.
Yes.
You were kind of talking like a normal person, but all of a sudden, your voice was here. I laughed so.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm an actor.
Oh, Irene, how could a poor sweep like me ever hope to win the love of a fine lady like yourself?
Yeah, Howard has an acting voice. It gets real high and real shrill. That's what his mother said. Do you have your fondest memory of shooting our show?
Oh, gosh. I think the stuff that especially in the 4th season, the season where Steve and I had all that really deep stuff. There's a scene where we're sitting on the end of the bed and he says, "You're the best friend I ever had." Mm-hmm. And in the rehearsal, he started to cry. Oh. He broke down a little bit. And then Steve, being the actor, he said, I'm not, he didn't say this, but he kind of said, not going to break down when we do it, but I had to do that in the rehearsal.
You did good.
I know this is just me telling myself I did good, but I'll take the compliment.
Yeah.
You know how you have to let it go in order for it to be there? To squash down? So that was a beautiful thing to see, just a pro really connect with the feeling of something and then be such an artist that he decides how much of that he wants to use in the actual shooting of it.
That gave me chills. I wish I was there to watch that. It's always nice when you can get Steve to emote a little bit. I like that.
He's a deep guy, and you know that. I mean, he's kind and his heart is so big. He's the real thing.
Jane, would you like to play a game with me?
I would love to play a game with you, Michael.
Okay, so this is a game called Cause of Death with Jane Lynch. These are famously weird ways notable people have died, and you're gonna guess if they're true or false, okay?
I love it.
Number 1, Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright Tennessee Williams choked to death on a cap from a bottle of eye drops. True or false?
False.
True.
You're
True. I've always relied on the kindness of eye drops. He's like, I
what
didn't,
an
no idea.
undignified death for such a master playwright.
I know. Here's number 2. British health enthusiast and science writer Basil Brown died in 1974 after drinking a gallon of carrot juice every day, leading to vitamin A poisoning.
I would say that's true.
That is true. You're good at this game. Well,
not
half and
really.
half. We're half and half. You're pretty good at this game.
1 for 2.
Okay, number 3. Frankenstein author Mary Shelley, I'm sure you know her,
Yes.
died when she was accidentally electrocuted by an electric doorbell, which was a new invention at the time. True or false?
False.
That's right. Number 4. The inventor of the Segway died after accidentally driving his Segway off a cliff. Is this
That is
true?
true.
It is true.
It is
true. Okay, number 5. American President Calvin Coolidge died after foraging and eating a poisonous mushroom.
No, that's not true.
That's right, it's false. He actually died of a heart attack in 1933. Well, that's the game. It's always fun to speculate about death.
Yes, it is.
Jane, I just want to say it was so nice to spend some time with you and get to talk to you a bit. And I'm excited about your adventure in London. I kind of wish I could come there and be with you.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. Maybe
Yeah.
you'll do it with us next year.
You know else who you should play? Saturninus in Titus Andronicus. I think you would be an incredible Saturninus. You know that.
Okay, I don't know that play.
It's like not one that everybody loves, but he's evil and a dictator.
Oh, it's the guy?
Yeah, and it's sort of
I
just a
love that.
great role. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful
Oh, my
night. I
pleasure.
hope you come back in season 15. I hope we're still seeing Saz.
I do too, and I hope we're still seeing Howard.
Me too. Bye. Thank you so much.
Mwah.
And now, Michael Cyril Creighton on Howard Francis Morris. Howard's not in this episode. He has to work at the library some days. And that was Michael Cyril Creighton on Howard Francis Morris. You're welcome. The music of Only Murders in the Building is not only iconic, it's also Emmy Award winning. We can all sing the theme song in our sleep, and I often do, so I'm very excited to sit down with our composer, Siddhartha Khosla. Hi, Sid.
Hi, Michael. How are you?
It's very nice to see you.
So great to see you, too.
Always find it pleasurable. It's usually at an award show. You're usually holding a statue.
Oh,
So I have a question for you.
yes.
You wrote this incredible theme song that has now carried us through 5 seasons. I love it as much as I did the first time I heard it. How do you feel about it now?
I mean, I think it's one of the, those moments that I look back on my career and did I have these like moments that I felt were like a lightning in a bottle moment? Mm-hmm. That's one of them where I came up with that theme and it was a magical moment that I could never recreate. I don't think I could ever beat it. I'm so proud of it, and I'm lucky that like it's had the life it's had for all these years.
How did you land on the specific sound and feel for the show? Like I know you use specific instruments and influences. What were they?
So when you guys started shooting the pilot for Only Murders in the pandemic, I said to myself that I wanted to write an instrumental record. I wanted to sort of prove to myself that I could like write orchestral music because I was in a band.
Yeah.
I didn't come from any of this. I didn't go to school for any of this stuff. Like I was in a band and a singer-songwriter. And so I was like, I have to prove to myself that I can write like orchestral music in the way that I feel like that fits me.
Yeah.
And so I started writing these instrumental pieces. And like a month into a couple of these pieces I wrote, I got the script for Only Murders that Dan Fogelman had sent me.
Who you have a history with Dan, right?
Yeah.
You've known him for a long time?
I've known him since college, since freshman year of college.
Right.
I've known him longer than I haven't at this point.
That's
and it's
amazing.
And we have a really like long friendship and work relationship as well. And he was like, listen, he's like, check out the script and let me know what you think. And I want to connect you to John Hoffman. I read the script and I wrote in the subject heading, Only Murders is ... and then in the body of the email, magic. And that's what I just sent that to Dan, and Dan forwarded that to John. And John loved that. That was my reaction.
Yeah.
And we met, and I was like, hey, I've been writing this music during the pandemic. Can I play you some of it? And on like the Zoom call, I started playing him some stuff. It was like bouncy, plinky stuff.
Yeah.
And then there was also some classical stuff I'd been writing. And John's like, that's the sound of my show. And after I'd read that script, I sent him like a batch of music. And one of the pieces that I had written, like around reading the script, was this melody that was da 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 da, with like these quarter note piano pulses. And it was my least favorite piece out of all the ones I sent him. So I put it at the very bottom. It was like the 7th track. And he calls me back, and we reached out, and he goes, "What is this?" And he pointed to that theme. And he goes, "That's the theme of my." He goes, "That's the theme of my show." And I was like, "Really?" And I was like, "I didn't think that would be the one."
Right.
But he's like, "That's it." He's like, "It makes me feel. I feel mystery. I feel emotion. I feel comedy. I feel drama. It's everything I want to experience in this show."
It's incredible. In this episode that we're talking about right now, Rigor, I believe when they're taking the body, Charles is taking the body back to clean up.
Yeah.
That we hear sort of a version of the theme song, but it's sort of old-timey and a little bit like, what is that? What am I hearing there? That's...
All right. So so that main theme, the da-da-da, da-da-da, right? That was like, that became the sort of... the musical North Star of the show. Like I have been going back to that theme over and over again with different renditions and different variations. And this year I wrote sort of our mobster theme. And it has the same first few notes, but then changes. So it goes da da da. Instead of going da da da, I go la da 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 da.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. So it's like this almost this sort of our sort of mobster theme.
Yeah, it's sort of smoky. It feels criminal almost in a way. I don't know how to describe it.
Right.
Like, you know.
No, I like that. Smoky's good. That scene where Charles is taking the body getting into the, it's a hilarious scene.
Yeah.
But I did like sort of a waltz version of that mobster theme.
So you took that one theme song, and I feel like 5 seasons now, you've interpreted, expanded, and evolved that music to fill kind of 5 different worlds that we've inhabited through the seasons.
Right.
Did you have any idea that's what was going to happen, that this was going to go on this long, and that it was going to go so many different directions?
I had no idea that theme would last this many seasons. I had no idea it would go into all these incarnations that it's gone. But it starts with John. And John Hoffman is a very creative, brilliant mind. And he found sort of a diamond in the rough in that theme.
Right.
But he's like, let's find ways to do variations on that theme in many different ways. And in the pilot episode of the show, I was messing around with some sounds, and I was like, this should feel like a big orchestral, not like an 80-piece orchestra, but like maybe like a chamber, like a good size orchestra that can speak to sort of the inner walls of the Arconia. It's a pre-war building. We need to feel that history in the score. And because we got to play with the orchestra and we have live musicians playing on the score, we can play with so many different variations of that theme. And then there's other themes too, right?
Right,
Each season I've written a brand new theme.
When you get sort of a breakdown of what new characters are going to be in the season, like you probably get told there's going to be 3 billionaires, there's going to be a pop star, there's going to be this and that. Do you write themes for each new character, or do you?
Well, I write themes for like what the arc of the season is going to be. Like, John and I were on a plane with our producer Jess. We were going to DC together for a work thing, and on that flight, this is before season 4, John told me the entire Saz story.
Really?
And he's like, I need a Saz theme for this season. So for Saz Pataki, I wrote her sort of emotional theme. What Saz's childhood felt like. Saz and Saz's father, like that, what those relationships feel like. So I wrote that theme after that plane ride, or actually on that plane ride with John. I sang something into the phone, and he was like, I like that, just go finish that. And I went and finished it, and it became the theme. And same thing with this season too. We'll have these conversations before the season starts, and he told me about The Billionaires, for example.
The opera, right? Hasn't the opera played in The Opera Singer in the Courtyard? Was that something we heard prior to this season, or is this the first time we're hearing?
There was an opera singer at the end. There's been an opera singer twice in the score. But more for this season, what's most relevant is at the end of last season.
Yeah.
When we find Lester's body in the fountain, there is this beautiful soprano singing. And it's sort of like, and when I think when John heard that, he was like, I love that. Initially, I had just sung it on the demo.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh! And I made this dramatic sort of like,
Yeah.
And I was like, but it won't be me. It's going to be a soprano.
Yeah.
And we had this incredible singer sing it. And so maybe that might have planted the seed in John's head to make
Rainey a opera singer.
Yeah, to have a little more opera. Or maybe he already had it in his mind, but he and I we're in sync sometimes, like, you know, and it's a very sort of, it's special that I get to even do that on the show, you know? Bring an opera singer in.
Do you have any favorite, well, we're only at episode 3 right now.
Characters? Do I have any favorite characters?
Do you have any favorite characters?
Let me think. And I will say, I've been watching the show with my family.
Okay.
And our family absolutely adores you. And you are like, yes, we love you. We love you. You're just like, and you hit every sort of generation in our family. Like the kids love you and they just find you so charming and lovely. And for me, and I said this to you when I met you back in the day, you feel like you're very Lynchian. You have this like you're Lynchian character. Like it's like you're funny, but also like eerie and like there's drama and comedy all mixed in how you present the character. Like I love you. I laugh with you, and then I also don't know if I can trust you sometimes. Like it's all of it together in just a really cool way. And I just wanted to thank you for like that. Really sets the tone. Like it really helps.
That's very nice of you.
Yeah.
And thank you for answering that question, which was not the question. The question was actually, I was going to say,
I wanted to say that to you, though.
I appreciate you saying it. Good plug for Howard. The question was, do you have any favorite musical moments throughout this season without giving a spoiler away? Is there something that you're particularly proud of in season 5 that you got to do and you got to explore that you can tell us about without spoiling anything?
There's a really... There's 2 moments. One is the sort of emotional Lester theme. That sort of it sort of floats like a feather throughout the season. In these moments where we are sort of like wanting to connect to Lester and his family and his wife and that their whole their relationship and I'm really proud of just like how that feels. Like it's
really effective. I mean, especially later in the season when we see, without giving away, when we see more of Lester and more of what happened, Lester becomes a really big beating heart of the building in a way that, like, he was always, of course, but like the music is really helping with that.
Oh, thank you.
It's really amazing.
I love the billionaire thematic material. John said to me, he goes, can we make it feel a little Germanic, is what he said.
Oh, yeah.
And so it has this like, you know, it has these big sort of horns. It feels almost like militant in a way sometimes.
Yeah,
it's just a fun sort of side to the score to explore that we don't always get to explore.
I always love when the album comes out, you know, when they release the soundtrack of the season.
Oh, yeah?
There's a lot of great Easter eggs in that when it comes out, and also just a lot of spoilers when you get
so
the
many
list
spoilers.
of the
so you
titles.
felt that too in the title. Like I have had to go back and re-edit the titles.
Yeah, because sometimes the titles are like Poppy's the Killer. Like, like, guys, chill.
Right. I know. I've had to go back and re-edit that sometimes. Thank you for letting me know. I'm going to be very more careful about that.
It's like when Bunny dies. Okay, Sid. Let's be a little bit more mysterious.
Going.
Cut that out. Not in episode 3. We are not. Have you ever worked with Steve on anything musically?
No, I've not. Actually, there's moments where Steve plays he'll play the concertina. So I've written that stuff for him.
Yeah.
But I've never worked with Steve on anything yet, but I have an experience that I had with Steve on set, which is something I will never forget.
Tell me.
Last year, John asked me to be in the first episode because they film in LA and I live in LA.
Right.
And so I was the piano player in the background of this party. You probably didn't even notice.
I did know. I noticed you. Yeah, so you're a big star. You're stealing focus. Not very balanced.
No,
you're like, hello.
No. I was like, hi, Mom. Yeah.
Hi, Mom. It's me, Sid.
So I was on set And I had a scene with Steve because Steve was on the couch right in front of me at this party. And during one of the breaks, like I didn't, I just met him that day. I'd never met him before. And he comes up to me and we just start talking. And he happened to know, like I think probably from Jess or from someone else, that I was in a band. And we just started talking about music. And he says to me, your score on the show has space in it, which was like a really like a wonderful compliment because it's kind of like what you were saying. It's about restraint by figuring out where you need to, where the notes need to play. And I had this moment with him where during one of our breaks, Steve was right next to me and I got on my piano and I was like, I wrote this theme for you season 1 when you were flipping omelets in the pilot. And I played it for him. And it was just this incredible moment where I got to play him a theme that I'd written for him, and he recognized it. And observed it, and just knew where the piece was going to, and he probably was like thinking about what he was doing in that scene as well. Yeah, it was such a magical moment. And then that entire weekend, we filmed again the next day. He pulled me aside at one point. He's like, "Can I show you my new bluegrass record that I'm working on?"
Oh yeah. And
we just sat and listened to it. And we talked about music, and it was just something that I will never forget. It was an incredible moment.
I'm glad you had that with him. It's
nice.
Actually
I said to him too in that conversation, I said, "You have incredible timing musically. Like when he plays banjo, like my hair on my arms, like they go up."
Really?
And I think it's just because he's got great timing in general, you know?
In general, yes. He has very good timing.
Yes.
So we're at episode 3 right now. We have a long way to go.
Right.
What are you most excited to share with the audience?
I like the universe that we've created this season. It feels like we are a show within a show, and it feels like I can't. The show does these very cool things where inside of the show we disappear into another one, and this season, I think with like the Lester story, mob story, and just like there's more secrets to the Arconia. Yeah, like the Arconia there's
more secrets to the city, like New York City, the secrets of New York City. We have the billionaires. We have 3 different types of billionaires. We have their secrets with each other. We have their secrets with the public. Like, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And it's all scored beautifully.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having
me. I always love
me.
talking to you. I hope we get to do 1,000 more seasons and go into a whole bunch of different worlds and
I love it.
Hear variations of that amazing theme song.
Oh, thank you.
What was your band's name that you were in?
You probably never heard of us. We're called Gold Spot. Small indie band.
Yeah.
NPR band, you know.
God bless NPR.
God bless NPR.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Great day.
Thank you. You too.
Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you haven't already, why don't you subscribe or follow us wherever you're listening or watching from. Leave us a little rating or a review. Join us next time as we discuss crafting characters with showrunner John Hoffman, crafting outfits with costume designer Dana Covarrubias, and crafting duck à l'orange with Academy Award winner Christoph Waltz. See you next time. Please don't get murdered. Watch and listen to the Only Murders in the Building official podcast, available on Hulu and wherever you get your podcasts. And don't miss Only Murders in the Building, now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.